Drats, Foiled Again. Written by K.L. Lantz. Narrated by J. Spaulding. Copyright 2018 by Katrina Lantz. All rights reserved. No part of this publication may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form or by any means, including recording or other electronic or mechanical methods, without the prior written permission of the publisher. Any similarity to real events, real people, or real places is coincidental. Names, characters, and places are products of the author's imagination. Published by Lion Spark Publishing, USA. To my heroic boys, Bill, Sam, Lane, Ben, Daniel, and Corbin. Chapter 1. The early Rob gets the snarl. The class bell rang out like a fire siren, flashes of red light bouncing off the black slate castle walls. Robert ran across the slippery stone floor, trying to ignore the laughter of his classmates. But it was difficult, as they all seemed to be practicing evil laughter for Wicked Presence 101. Laughed one skinny boy. His head sported two ringed horns spiraling to sharp points that almost met in the middle, but turned outward at the last minute. Robert avoided eye contact. Another student, chubbier but shorter, with an extra set of eyeballs peeking out of her fists, kept getting choked up as she reached the climax of her evil laugh. Robert accidentally made eye contact with her fists and quickly looked away. "What are you looking at?" she barked. Robert ducked his head under his hoodie. Then he weaved awkwardly between two senior classmen, playing hacky-sack with a fresh-looking shrunken head. 2 minutes before the start of last period, most of the students just messed around like they couldn't hear the red alert blaring around them. They also seemed oblivious to the hot stench of Misty Maw's breath trail. Robert tried to dodge the killer gases, but, blind in one eye as he was, his lack of depth perception made running down hallways perilous, especially in the dark. He ran right through the lethal breath trail instead, swooned, and almost fell, but righted himself and ran faster. He was the only one running to make class on time, but that was to be expected at Nox Academy, whose main building was inscribed with the words, "Creating supervillains since 3 AD. Breaking the rules here was not only cool, it was required. And that's why Robert was so close to getting suspended. He huffed and wheezed, filling his lungs with non-lethal air as he pried open the heavy mahogany door to room 606. Then he took a seat in his favorite desk at the front so he wouldn't have to wear his glasses, which weren't allowed in supervillain classes, in order to see the chalkboard. Though he was fully blind in his gray eye, his other eye could see clearly with a little help. Without his glasses, though, he had to strain his good eye and often got headaches. Countess Beulah sharpened her nails against the blackboard as Robert settled in, kicking his toolkit beneath his desk. She looked over her shoulder, down her long nose. "Early again?" she shrieked. With little more than a snarl for his trouble, she went back to ignoring him. Which is pretty much what all the teachers did with Robert. At first, a few more involved teachers at Nox Academy had tried to break Robert of his good habits through punishment. It wasn't long, however, before they realized that Robert just didn't learn the way the other kids did. Nobody knew for sure what happened to make him so unwicked. Some said it was the sad consequence of having a twin brother as evil as Rupert. Perhaps, they guessed, it was the cosmic scales balancing between good and evil. The less philosophical teachers decided it had been bad parenting that made Robert so obedient and helpful. But his parents would take offense at such a suggestion. They knew they had done everything in their power to teach Robert the ways of Surlyview and villainkind. Try as they might, they could not inspire the wickedness required for greatness. His dad blamed it on his mom being too hard on him, because every time she chased him from the house,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?